Welcome back to the platform game series of Unity tutorials. This is topic 9. Originally, I was intending to show you how to create a new level for the game, but because I've had some requests from my students, what I'm going to show you instead is how to add a score during this video. So we're going to get a score displayed in the top corner of the screen. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add some coins, and then when the character picks up those coins, it's going to add points to the score. After that, there's going to be another video where I'm going to show you how to add a help button and how to link that help button to a screen for the instructions for the game. Once all those things are complete, then we'll look at how to change what we've got, add an extra level, and then we'll have a multi-level game. Right, so where were we then? So we've got the robot boy, we've got him moving around in the game. What we need to do now is work on adding a score in the top corner. So what we're going to do first of all is within the canvas, we're going to add a new panel. So go to the UI menu, go for panel. And what that'll do is allow a panel the same size as the canvas. We want to shrink it down so it's small in the top right corner of the window. Of the canvas, that is. So what we're going to do is first of all shrink the panel down, click on these little arrows if we can. It can be a bit fiddly sometimes. Shrink that down so it's in line with the hearts panel, and then also for the lower left arrow, what we will do, if it's going to let me, is shrink that down as well, so that's also in line. And if you have it like that, and hopefully that should be okay. And then add the actual panel itself into the area that we've marked with the arrows, so it looks like that. So it should look something like this when we play the game. Right, what do we need to do next? Okay, so let's rename the panel. Let's call it score panel, because it's going to be used to hold the score. Right, so at the minute we've got a panel then. So what do we need to do next? We need to add a text object to the panel. So right click on the score panel, UI, click on text. I'm going to rename that to score text. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to customize it by changing the text to score followed by a colon followed by a 0. I'm going to tick best fit, and I'm going to change the color to white just so it's more visible within the panel. Right, so what you can see now then, as you can see where our score is going to appear. It's going to start off at 0, and that looks fine for now. So right, so now we've got our score. The next thing we need to do is we need to update the score. So this is where we need to go in the code. So double click on your health manager in your scripts folder in your assets. So we need to access the script now. So hopefully it should open in either MonoDevelop or Visual Studio, depending on how your unit is set up. So the first thing we need to do, because we're going to be using a text object, which is part of the user interface, we need to say that we're going to be using the Unity interface. So we need to add, right at the top, on the third line, that we're going to be using Unity Engine UI. We also need to add a couple of other things as well. We need to add another global variable. This is going to be used to store the actual score. So it's going to be an integer. It's going to be a private, not a public. Made a mistake there. So private int, and we're just going to call it the score. So the score without a space. Semicolon. And we also need a text object as well. So let's add that. Now this time we want to make it public because we want to be able to link it to the object within our canvas, within our game. So it's going to be a text object, and we're going to call this one score text. Okay, so we've got what we need for our score now. So the next thing we need to do is go back to Unity. Make sure you save it before you do that. So back into Unity, select the character robot boy, lock the inspector, scroll down right to the bottom, and you'll see that within the Health Manager script, which is attached to the robot boy, you've now got a section for the score text. So what we need to do is we need to link our text object within our score panel to our script. So it's just a case of click on the score text and then drag and drop into the space within the script. So that links the two together now. So back to the script now. And then what we need to do is within the start procedure is we need to give our score a value. So let's start with a score of 0 because we haven't done anything yet. And then in the update procedure, now remember the update procedure, this is called every time a frame goes by in the game. So what we're going to do, just for testing purposes, is we're going to increment the score. So the score plus plus, that adds 1 to the score. So every time the game updates, it'll add 1 to the score. And then we're going to update the score text so it equals the word score, followed by a colon, followed by a space, plus the value that's stored inside the score. So every time the score is incremented, every time 1's added to the score, it's going to show that within the text object in the game. So save what you've done, go back into Unity now, and hopefully everything should work. So what should happen is this score should just keep going up. So let's play it, fingers crossed. So there you go. So you can see that the score is going up. And what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to add some coins and then get the score to increase every time the character picks up a coin. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.